Test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2 3. I'm going to turn me down a little bit and turn Ty up a little bit. Put that there.
LJ's Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all of your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day beginning at 8 a.m., LJ's has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-serve bays
Oh, now you can hear us? And, okay.
I'm here. Hear me? Great.
All right, good. All right.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
If you're waiting for the baseball game to start, I'm sure it will eventually. We're waiting for the base umpire to arrive at the field, which is why at 4:38 we have not yet begun. But trust me, as soon as possible, when we see someone dressed in blue sprinting towards the field, we'll be ready to go.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688. Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545 or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to this AACS sports presentation. Today it's high school baseball as the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers, ranked number 10 in all of Division I, host the Taunton Tigers, ranked number 1 in Division I. They were state champions in 2022 and 2023. Taunton comes in with a record of 14-3. Attleboro with a record of 12-5 after 2 tough losses. A 6-inning, 10-0 loss to King Philip, and then a heartbreaking 6-5 loss to Franklin, where the Attleboro pitching staff allowed 1 base hit, one, I tell you, and lost 6-5. I think the 10 walks might have had something to do with that. I'm Paul Healy along with Ty Waterman. Yeah, Peter Bray is on graphics. Jim Jones is our engineer in charge. Beautiful day for baseball, eh, Ty?
It's a gorgeous day. There's a cloud in the distance, but we can deal with it.
Wind is blowing out to left if you like long balls. This game being played on Attleboro's brand new grass field, first year in use. It's about 330-ish feet. down the left field line and the right field line, and about a half a mile to the center field fence.
Roughly speaking.
Yes. Makes the Polo Grounds look like a short porch in center field. For Attleboro, pitching today will be sophomore Miles Murray. Coming into this week, Hockomock Sports Stats only went up to May 11th. Coming into this week, he was 2-0 on the season, 14 2/3 innings pitched, a 2.37 ERA. And you've seen both of his solid pitching performances.
Yeah, he threw a shutout against Oliver Ames. And in the other game he pitched, I'm trying to look up who was against. He went 5 innings with just 1 unearned run and 3 hits.
Against Milton.
That was it, yes.
Yeah. And Attleboro lost that game 2-1 eventually. Taunton is going to start Johnny Escabales today. He is a senior. He's been on the starting staff. He started his sophomore year with the JVs. Came up, beat Attleboro that year as a sophomore on a 6-hit shutout. Went on to pitch for Taunton in the state championship game in 2023 against Franklin. I had the privilege to call that game.
Wow.
For National Federation of High School Sports, excuse me. Can you tell it's allergy season? Leading off will be Joe Benoit, junior first baseman, getting ready to face the right-hander Miles Murray. Foul down the left field line. His name is Benoit. I asked Coach Blair Bork, one of the true good guys for Taunton, if we could call him Benoit because the Stanley Cup playoffs are on. And come to find out his father is sitting right to our left, and he said Benoit is fine with me.
Yeah.
Curveball, strike, 0-2.
That was a pretty curve. Slow, but beautiful.
We'll give you Attleboro's defensive lineup in un momento, por favor. Fastball up high, fouled back. The catcher is Antonio Bennett, also hits leadoff. Third baseman, Chris McMahon. Shortstop, the outstanding Mason Kolseski. At second base, the reliable Aiden Landers. Brady Irwin, one of Ty's favorites, is at first. We'll give you the outfield in a moment. Another curveball.
Beautiful curveball. Wow.
Strike 3 on 4 pitches. In the outfield, left to right, Kellen Jones is starting in left field. I notice he's wearing number 14, which was his brother Braden's number for the Bombardier football team. Kellen wore number 9 for the football team. Kellen is heading to Nichols to play football. In center field is the speedy Jason Bettencourt. And in right field, the leading hitter in the Hockomock League for the second year running, Michael Huntington, heading to UMass Dartmouth to play. This brings up Dylan Keenan, junior second baseman. Swing and a miss. That was another breaking ball low in the zone, right, Ty?
Yeah, it looked a little bit like a sinker almost.
Keenan will be followed by Taunton's outstanding catcher, Cam Dorr. Just a bit high and inside, 1-1.
That'll make you squirm.
A little something on that. Curveball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, Taunton won the state title under Coach Blair Bork. He's been the head coach since 2017. He played at Taunton and then at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Called strike on the inside edge, 2-2, but they won the state title in 2022, again in 2023. Were eliminated last year in the round of 16. Ground ball foul, nice play.
Whoa, the
by
coach.
Blair Bork, whose daughter is an unbelievably good softball team for the, softball player for Taunton's 4 consecutive state champion softball team. She's a sophomore now, and it's her 3rd year as a starter in the lineup. Curveball just misses outside, 3-2. Taunton has their leading hitter back this year, Caden Lindskog. That's fouled off to the right. Their next top 4 hitters were all lost to graduation. They lost 2 of their top pitchers, Brady Warren and Jack Calley, to graduation as well, but with their 14-3 record, and only allowing 1.88 runs a game, they filled those gaps pretty well. Fastball fouled off to the right. What's the pitch count, Peter? 12 already.
So Attleboro scored 4 runs, I believe, it was one of the first games of the year on a cold March day.
Second game of the year. They lost 5-4. Take something off that one. Lofted towards center field.
Get in.
Aiden
All right.
Landers is back to make the catch at second base. 2 up, 2 down. And this brings up the Catcher Cam Dorr is a senior.
That play deserves at least 1 star.
All right.
Because that was in the outfield grass, and he caught it going back. Good play.
And Cam Dorr, let me see. He's headed to Nichols to play baseball, home of the Bison. Swing and a miss on that kind of like, I guess we'll call it a slider. 0-1 to Cam Dorr. Yeah, Thomas Hickey heading to UMass Boston. Alex Herbert, UMass Dartmouth. Ground ball, foul. Blair Bork's second good play of the day. Count is 0-2. Aiden Resendez is heading to Bridgewater State, will be a teammate of Attleboro's Ethan Palmer. Dorr, as we said, heading to Nichols. Ryan Crowley heading to Dean. And Austin Ferrier heading to Roger Williams. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's around the plate. He's got decent control so far.
Take something off that line.
Right
shot.
on. Nice.
Right to Landers. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We'll be back with a bottom of the first right after this on AACS 15 Sports.
LJ's Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all of your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day beginning at 8 a.m., LJ's has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-serve bays to full detailing service and everything in between. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljscarwash.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep?
Ow.
Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. If you're watching on the AACS YouTube channel where we're live streaming, feel free to leave a comment, hit the like button. That makes our underwriters happy. And you can subscribe and follow all the Blue Bombardier sports. Johnny Escabala is pitching for Taunton. A lot of personality. Also a football player. Had 31 or 32 catches last fall for the football squad. Been a varsity player since early in his sophomore year. Again, he's already pitched and won a state title game. Coming into the week, he had 3 wins and 2 losses, 25 innings pitched, 25 strikeouts, 7 walks. Get this, Ty, 1.12 ERA.
What does that account for? 2 runs or 3?
If you'll notice, he in some ways reminds me of a young Louis Tiant because he has multiple different arm angles he throws from. There's a sidearm delivery during his warm-ups.
Did we mention he's a southpaw? And you know, southpaws are a little different.
Hasn't made a final decision on college, but way up there in the list, Mississippi Valley State. What other famous professional athlete went to Mississippi Valley State, Ty?
Whoa, it wasn't you, so let's...
I'll give you a hint. Only the greatest receiver in the history of the NFL, Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Unless you count Don Hudson, but that was with the Packers in the 30s. Defensively, Dorr will catch. Galante, heading to the military, is at third. The outstanding Caden Lindskog is at shortstop. Yeah, Keenan is at second base. Benoit, or Benoit for the Stanley Cup fans, is at first base. The outfield left to right. Mello, who's heading to Nichols. Whose sister was a great 3-sport athlete, soccer, basketball, lacrosse. He's playing, I think, basketball and lacrosse at Nichols. Neef is in center field. Thomas Hickey, another good one, in right. Ball 1 high to Antonio Bennett, the catcher, hitting leadoff.
Here she goes.
Sidearm delivery. Called strike, low outside corner. Nice location for Johnny Escabalas.
Yeah, well, that's a ground ball if you hit it.
Shakes off the catcher. curve high. And early it looks like the catcher, Dorr, well, now he's looking towards the dugout, but I think Dorr calls the pitches himself, which I love. Games are invented for players, not coaches. I love when the pitcher and catcher work together to call the game. Outside.
Yeah, just a little bit.
3-1. They still don't have the software set up for the scoreboard out in right center, so we have to pay extra attention.
There's a lot of room up the middle if you hit a hard grounder.
Good point. Tomasicki deep at short, Keenan deep at second. Just missing outside.
There you go.
Just his 8th walk of the season, and Attleboro has the lead runner on. And we have a courtesy runner for the catcher. This is number 10 coming in. Is that Ethan Miranda, I believe? Your arm's on my program.
Oh,
Ethan
sorry.
Miranda.
Ethan Miranda.
Who did an outstanding job filling in for Kolseski early in the year when Mason was sick. Did a fine job at shortstop for the Bombardiers.
All right, I'd be careful at first. He's a southpaw.
Mason Kolseski played his first couple of years at Bishop Hendricken. His junior and senior year here at Attleboro. Back home, fouls that off. It's 0-1.
You notice there was no flinch.
No flinch, exactly.
No flinch.
In the softball game last week, Kevin and I had 1 flinch each. So I have 4 flinches in softball. Kevin, that was his first of the year. You have 3.
Yes.
And I have 1 in baseball. And Peter Bray, our graphics guy, has 1. Beautiful pitch.
Ooh.
On a curveball, 0-2 to Mason Kolseski.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of curves.
Good lead for Miranda at first. Sidearm delivery, popped up. That'll be out of play behind us. Count remains 0-2, correct? Thank you. Now, Attleboro, when Taunton beat them 5-4 in the second game of the season, the Bombardiers had a lead in that game, right?
They had a 4-1 lead. In a minute.
Escabala's ready. Runner is going. Pitch is outside. Good pitch to throw on, and they caught him stealing.
He's out.
Absolute laser thrown by Dorr. And was that the shortstop covering?
No.
That was second baseman?
Second baseman.
So caught stealing. 2-4 if you're scoring at home. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mason Kolseski. We say this every broadcast, but as we joked with Mason, if he could play ice hockey, he'd still be at Bishop Hendricken. Great hockey program there. Curve stays up, 2-2.
Keep following him off, make him pitch.
Wind, when it is blowing out. Right now it seems to have died down. Breaking ball catches the strike zone, strike 3.
Just nipped it.
2 outs suddenly, nobody on. This brings up the top hitter in the Hockomock League, just as he was last year, Mikey Huntington. He's heading to UMass Dartmouth to play baseball there with his older brother Jackson. Last year, Mikey hit .422 to lead the Hawk. This year, he's at .488.
Wow.
21 hits, 4 doubles, 4 triples, 11 runs knocked in. Leads the club with 18 runs scored and stolen 7 bases, I believe, in 8 attempts. What was that first pitch, Peter? Ball 1?
It was inside.
Thank you. Fouls it off, 1-1. Last season, Huntington, .422 average, 27 hits, 3 doubles. He had a hit in 17 of 21 games and 5 multi-hit games. He's got, I think, already 7 or 8 multi-hit games this year. Beautiful pitch. Breaking ball, sidearm from the lefty, 1-2.
Yeah, that looks like his best pitch to me. That sidearm curve.
1-2. Fastball back to Escabalas. And he'll field it. So not a 1-2-3 inning, but only faced 3 batters, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. No score after 1 inning between the Taunton Tigers, ranked number 1 in the MIAA power ratings, and the 12-5 Bombardiers, ranked number 10 in D1. We'll be right back.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy along with Ty Waterman, a baseball historian, lifelong social worker, Attleboro City Councilor. You rode your bike to the park today.
Well, from my car.
Oh. But
It's parked out back.
But former Attleboro mayor, now current Bristol County Sheriff, he used to walk on his campaign visits. He used to go through 2 or 3 pairs of shoes per campaign season. You use the bicycle.
I use a bicycle, yeah. And consequently, my legs still move.
And for those who want to read your book about the 1918 world champion Red Sox, it's called?
The year the Red Sox won the series, and that was back, I wrote it before we won in 2004.
Breaking the Curse.
Yeah.
Yep.
Came out in 2000.
And you can still find that on Allah Forsaken Amazon, right?
Yeah, you can.
All right, Taunton will send up their 4, 5, 6 batters. Caden Lindskog will lead off, the outstanding shortstop. Lindskog heading to UMass Boston to continue his career.
Oh,
And I got his numbers.
Johnny Pagano's been pitching there.
That's right.
Yep.
He'll be followed by Galente and Escobalas. Breaking ball hit to Aiden Landers at second base. He now has, throws offline, but Brady Irwin
Nice
makes
play.
the catch and the tag. So Landers now has 2 putouts and an assist.
So that play actually came to the left of our first baseman.
Irwin?
Brady had to reach out and get off the base, and he still tagged the guy. So it was a nice play at first.
Jace Galente, who's heading to the military after his high school career. Called strike low in the zone for Miles Murray. Again, just a sophomore in between innings. Ty, you were mentioning that. You think Miles?
I like Miles. He's got good control and doesn't give up a ton of hits. He's pitched well.
Yep. Breaking ball. Turning to bunt was Galente. Pulled the bat back in time as the ball bounced before the plate. 1-1. Yeah, things go well for Miles. His baseball career may not end when his senior year in high school does. Breaking ball a little low again. 2 balls, 1 strike. Our home plate umpire, I think he's either in the witness protection program or hasn't checked in with his probation officer, wouldn't give me his full name. So you can just call me Cap or Cappy. Foul tip.
Oh, that was a semi-flinch.
A semi-flinch, so ties up to 3.5 flinches off for in the year. But our home plate umpire, he played his baseball at Roslindale High School and good old Boston State College when they existed back in the day. Now it's UMass Boston. Our base umpire is Mark Salvador, or Salvadori. Fastball.
Nice fastball.
That's the hardest pitch he's thrown today. Strike 3.
And it was up around the shoulders. That's a tough pitch to hit.
And tough to lay off. That's Miles' second strikeout of the day. This brings up Johnny Escobalas, the pitcher. Whereas number 4, I believe he was number 8 on the football team.
You know, we don't see a lot of pitchers who actually hit.
Breaking ball, fouled off to the left. McMahon is after it, out of play over the fence. And again, Chris McMahon, for you older fans, a lot like Tony Gwynn, does not have the decathlete athlete's figure. But he can move. He is a graceful athlete, moves well.
They call him Tiny.
Yep. Ground ball, Landers. This is
Get it
fourth
over
play.
there. Get it over there.
No, that's going to be an E4.
Ooh.
As the throw was off. I think Taunton fans might want an infield hit here, but I think...
It was close either way.
Yeah. No, Peter Bray. Yep.
We're calling it an error?
Yeah, hate to do that to Aiden, but this brings up Corbin Mello, junior left fielder, starting in left field, as I just said. I'm deep, I'm perceptive, I see things. Ball 1 low to Corbin. Again, his big sister, one of my favorite players to follow in the Hockomock League. 3-year starter. Oh no, the pickoff
Wild
throw
pitch.
gets away. That's going to be an E1. Escobalas hits
going to
second
third.
base, going to third. Here comes a long throw. That's going to be in time.
Yeah.
And Escobalas is out.
He got greedy.
Was that Huntington or Irwin who threw that?
I think it was Huntington.
Okay. If so, that was your classic 1 to 3, because he tipped it, to 9 to 5.
1395.
How many times have we written that down?
Never.
1,
Never.
3, 9, 5, out at third. Wow. So that's the third out of the inning. So for Taunton, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. I admire the aggressiveness because there's a lot of foul territory in right field. But Mikey Huntington, he's got a gun out there in right field.
He's a supreme right fielder.
We'll be back on AACS 15 Sports.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. I'm Paul Healy along with Ty Waterman. Peter Bray running our graphics. The pitch count appears there on the screen. Jim Jones is our engineer in charge. Attleboro coach Steve Dunley played at Medfield High School, MVP of his Turkey Day football game.
Really?
Pitched at Boston College, including against the Boston Fighting Red Sox in a spring training game. He's got recently had surgery on his left elbow.
Yeah.
Popped a tendon hitting fungos.
It's tough getting older, isn't it?
As Betty Davis said, getting old is not for the faint of heart. But you wouldn't know a thing about that now, would you, Ty?
No, I'm going reverse.
Attleboro will send up their 4-5-6 batters. Junior designated hitter Jeremy O'Hara. He's also a pitcher who's done very well this year.
Yeah, he has.
He hasn't allowed an earned run this year in 14.2 innings pitched. Jeremy as a pitcher. He's 1-0. Was that ball 1? I was looking.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jeremy O'Hara, he'll be followed by Kellen Jones and Brady Irwin. Ball 2 low from Johnny Escobalas.
I'd say 2 out of every 3 pitches has been a curve so far.
Gets the signal. Inside pitch, ground
right
ball
at-
to the shortstop, Linskog. How's that for an arm, folks?
Ooh. He threw him out by 3 steps.
6-3 if you're scoring at home. As the ball zipped across the diamond.
Laser beam.
Yeah. Linskog last year, again, he's a UMass Boston commit. Stepped in, played third base last year. Led the Tigers with 24 hits, a .320 average, 5 extra base hits, 17 RBIs, 7 walks, 7 steals. This year he's at shortstop. Ground ball towards second base. First pitch swinging was Jones. Jones has had some game-winning RBIs this year. Keenan throws to Benoit or Benoit for the out. And that's how to save the arm, Johnny Escobalas. 2 out. Yep. 2 outs on 4 pitches.
Yeah.
Brady Irwin, one of Ty's favorites.
Yeah. I hope he makes him throw at least 5 pitches. There's one.
Ball 1 low. Brady taking over at first base this year. He was a junior captain in basketball and baseball last year, and a captain again for the Hoopsters and the baseball team this year. Check swing, foul.
And I'd say he was the 6th man on the court.
Yep.
Did a darn good job.
First guard off the bench. By the way, that's the 3rd play now for Blair Bork. Again, an outstanding Taunton High School player. Played at Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Curveball stays high. 2-1. Peter Bray with his headphones off, pretty confident that I don't have the mute button on.
Ooh.
Where was that one, Ty?
That was just outside the corner. Just missed.
3-1. Escobalas, the lefty's ready, gets the sign from Dorr. Breaking ball
And
just
that
misses.
missed. And he got his 5 or 6 pitches.
Yeah.
He did the job.
Second walk Escobalas has allowed, which is usually just about his total for a game. This brings up Aiden Landers, Attleboro senior second baseman.
You got to keep working him now.
Yep.
Make him throw 5 or 6 more pitches.
Should have mentioned Kellen Jones came in hitting .344 with 12 runs knocked in the season. Called strike on the inside edge to Landers.
What's Aiden hitting?
I don't have that here.
Oh,
Just got the stats from HockomockSports.com, which were only through May 11th. Coach Dudley, he got me all the stats last year before the games. Haven't got him this year. Busy man, though. Father, coach, husband. Foul tip into the mitt. 0-2.
all right. He's going to try to get you with his favorite pitch, which is a curve. I bet he throws one fastball inside and then a curve. We'll see.
Good lead for Irwin. Irwin's going.
Whoa.
Pitch is high. Another good pitch to throw on. And Dorr has done it again.
Oh.
2 Attleboro players have attempted to steal. Both have been gunned down by Dorr, the catcher.
He's got an arm.
Yep.
Ooh.
And both were high fastballs. Good pitches to throw on. So Landers, count was 1-2, but he will lead off next inning. Again, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. No score as we head to the top of the third on AACS 15 Sports.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Bet it's pretty good.
Welcome back to AACS. Should have mentioned Taunton 12-1, first place in the Hockomock League. 14-3 overall, good enough for number 1 in the state in the MIAA power rankings. They're averaging 7.05 runs a game, allowing just 1.88. And as you were saying during the commercial break, so their earned run average is probably less than that.
Oh, it's probably 1.5 or somewhere in that range.
Attleboro 9-4 in the league. They've dropped their last 2 league games to KP and Franklin after a long winning streak. 12-5 overall. That's good for 10th best in the MIAA D1 power ratings. They're scoring 6.64 runs a game, allowing just 3.29 runs a game. Corbin Mello will lead off. There was a 1-0 count on him when they attempted to pick off Johnny Escobalas at first base, and then got him on the old 1-3 to 9-5 at third.
You don't see it every day.
Yeah. Top of the third inning.
Ooh.
Takes that right in the back, and with a big smile on his face.
Yeah.
He wears 35. I think his sister used to wear 35.
Hit by batter.
Yep. And that got the Taunton bench going.
No, hit by pitch.
Yep. So Miles Murray, no walks yet, but the first hit by pitch. This brings up Jeremy Neef, K-N-I-E-F, junior center fielder.
So they tend to want to steal. Big lead.
Bunt, hard bunt, right back to Murray, but he bobbles it. You could tell he picked up, looked towards second base before he fielded it, and that's going to be the Bombardiers' second error of the game. Runners advance, so 2 runners on.
You know, you give him a sacrifice on that, too.
He
I
still
think.
gets a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely right. But yeah, Taunton, again, not as fast as previous Taunton teams this year, but again, Taunton, they never rebuild, they reload. So yes, Ty, they're still plenty fast, and they love to steal bases. I love Coach Bork's philosophy, make the defense make a play. Turning to bunt again. Ball gets away for the catcher, runner's going. And he couldn't throw right away because the batter was in his way, but that is not interference because the batter, Tomasicki, remained in the batter's box. That's his territory. So Bennett had to double clutch, didn't have time to make the throw. We're going to call it a wild pitch as both runners advance. So suddenly 2 runners in scoring position in a scoreless game, top of the third. Tomasicki hitting .393 on the season. Curveball, strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now I noticed the infield is playing in, so they want to cut off the run at home.
Yep. He's got 1 double, 8 RBIs, 8 runs scored. He stole 7 bases, walked 7 times. Curveball catches the outside edge, 1-2. To Tomasicki, the senior right fielder.
Shook off 2 signs right there.
Yep. So both catchers calling the game, not the coaches on the bench. I love it. Fastball, swing and a miss.
Oh, nice outside fastball.
I got something to say about that a little bit later.
Now we have the leadoff hitter.
So 2 on. Mello at third, Neef at second. And the leadoff hitter, Joseph Benoit, struck out looking in the first. We're calling him Benoit because it's Stanley Cup season.
That was a beautiful curveball.
Called strike 1. Benoit hitting .375 on the year, 15 hits and 40 at-bats, 4 triples, no doubles, 4 triples. Speaking of speed, he's knocked in 12, scored 13, and stolen 2
Another
bases.
curve. So the infield is still in.
Yep, 0-2. You're not going to get many runs against Taunton. So I know you're giving the offense a lot more holes, but I like this strategy by Coach Dunley. Fastball. Lobbed into right center field. Drops for a hit. 1 run will score. Nice throw by Betancourt. So that's an RBI single for Taunton and a 1-0 lead. The nice throw by Betancourt prevents it from being a 2-0 lead. Base hit RBI for Joe Benoit. Not the hardest hit ball, but well placed.
Yeah.
Funny game, baseball. You can hit a line drive for an out.
So I was blocked. Was that like a 1 hop when he caught it?
Yep, Betancourt caught it on a 1 hop on the dead run, fired home. This brings up Dylan Keenan. Strike low in the zone. If you're a Taunton fan saying, ooh, I won't argue with you.
So now the infield is back for a double play, they hope.
Yep. Keenan hitting .350 on the season, 3 doubles, 13 runs knocked in.
They're not afraid to bunt.
No, they are not.
Not at all.
That was fouled, so now it's 0-2. Again, he's knocked in 13 runs as Dylan Keenan, scored 8. He's stolen 5 bases.
And they're very schooled in the bunt.
Oh, yeah.
They know what they're doing.
Throwing to first. The key to bunting, and I'm sure Blair Bork, you put your bat at the top of the strike zone, and you leave it there or only move down to bunt the ball. Never, ever, ever move your bat up to bunt the ball.
It'll pop up.
Yeah. Curveball, fouled back, late break. Still 0-2.
Nobody flinched.
Nope. Are we keeping track of Jan's flinches?
Well, I looked.
Oh, okay.
No flinch by Jan.
You guys, you got to tell us if she flinches. All right, thanks. Another one fouled off. What's the pitch count now for Miles Murray? Yeah, 40 already, 40 pitches. Count remains 0-2 to Dylan Keenan, a tough out. He popped out to Aiden Landers in the outfield grass behind second base, his first time up. Good lead. Murray fakes to first. Was not on the rubber, so that's not a balk. Runner's going. Curveball, swing and a miss.
Give him the steal.
That's a stolen base and a strikeout.
Beautiful curve, though.
So that's Murray's 4th strikeout of the day. And coming in, he had 18 Ks in the season, so he's up to 22 strikeouts. And this is his 17th inning of work.
Second and third, 2 outs.
Number 3 hitter is up. Cam Dorr, the catcher. We've already seen he has a strong arm. Also leads the club in hitting, 444.
He lined out to second his first time up.
4 doubles, a triple, 14 runs knocked in. He scored 14. He's stolen 8 bases.
Keep the infield back. They are.
0-1, Peter. Fastball, that had a lot of movement on it. That one's too hard. Coach Bork lets that go by. Who could blame him?
This could be the biggest hitter of the game. You got to treat it that way.
Yep. Is 0-2 the count? 1-1. Thank you. 1-1. Trying to keep track of too much stuff here. Curveball, strike 3. Strike 2, excuse me.
Yep.
Strike 2. Yep.
He's got a nice curveball.
Yep. And Dorr's seen it now a few times.
I'd stick with it.
And hit the ball hard right at Aiden Landers at second base last time up.
Ooh, that was behind him.
Yes.
And the catcher, Bennett, made a great catch.
Yes.
Behind the hitter.
Wow.
How do you do that?
I'm going to say something I heard Miles Murray say before the game when he was warming up, but I want to wait till later in the game so the message doesn't get to the Taunton dugout. Curveball, another nice stop by Bennett to save a run. 3-2.
Bennett's doing a great job behind the plate.
As we used to say back in the day, way to bounce around, Antonio. That's kind of borderline taunting. Fastball up, bases are loaded. First walk he's allowed. He's also hit a pitcher. So bases are stacked for the cleanup hitter, Caden Lindskog. The shortstop grounded out to second his first time up.
Just got to take a deep breath, get this batter, and you're out of the inning.
Lindskog heading to UMass Boston. He'll join Attleboro grad Johnny Pagano.
Yep.
Excuse me, allergy season. Taunton dugout is alive. The sophomore winds. Strike 1, fastball. I think he took a little bit off that. Chase Galante on deck. Murray sets. High, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, time for the curve.
Antonio Bennett sends the signal. McMahon at third, Kolseski at short, Landers at second, Irwin at first. Curveball, slowly hit. Kolseski's going to field this. Will he have time? Yes!
Yes! What a great play.
How many stars are you giving that in the play?
3 stars. He charged in. He caught it. He was on the grass when he caught it.
Yes.
And then he sidearmed it. And what, half a step?
Yep.
Great play. That saved 2 runs.
Absolutely. With bases loaded, a great defensive play by Mason Kolseski, the shortstop, in that inning for Taunton. 1 run on 1 base hit. 3 runners left on base, 1 Attleboro error, so they now have 2 in the game. And the run, that was an earned run, right?
No, because of the error on the pitcher.
Oh, that's right, so not an earned run.
No.
But after 2.5 innings, the Taunton Tigers, number 1 in the state, 1 Attleboro, ranked number 10th in the state, ranked number 3 in the Hockomock League by HockomockSports.com, coming up to bat, no runs in the 3rd inning.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
3 what?
There was an E4 in the second and an E1. A wild pitch is an error.
No, I didn't know that wasn't. I didn't do it well.
I got 2.
All right, E4, E1.
Yep, those are the 2 errors.
I only got 2 errors.
No, we only have 2 errors. Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports.
You know, I can't say enough for what Mason Klazewski did on that play.
Yeah.
That's the game-saving play at this point. Charging a grounder and throwing sidearm while you're falling to the right.
Tell you, made me break out my yellow highlighter to mark that box in the scorecard. And again, if Attleboro could come back in a 2-1 win, boy, that'll be a huge play, won't it? Attleboro coming up in the bottom of the third. It'll be their 7, 8, 9 batters: Landers, Betancourt, and McMahon.
So how often do you think you see a hit-and-run play at this level?
More than at the major league level now. They're so paranoid about running into outs now in the major leagues. Taunton will hit and run all the time. Taunton bunts more than most clubs.
Well, I say that because maybe maybe that'll be where we go.
Yeah.
Because a straight steal has not been working.
Yep. Coach Bork loves forced the defense to make plays. Sidearm from the lefty Escobalas outside to Aiden Landers. He was up with a 1-2 count when Irwin was caught stealing in the bottom of the second. Fastball high, 2-0. It's my 3rd time seeing Johnny pitch, and again, he's usually more pinpoint control.
Yeah.
Foul. Oh, no, that's fair ball. Deep to right field.
No, right to him.
Taking a couple steps back as Cam Tomasicki makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Bombardiers still looking for their first hit. Was Jacob Betancourt coming to the plate. He'll be heading to Gordon College to continue his career.
North Shore.
Gorgeous campus up there. He'll be followed by Chris McMahon.
Beverly, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Betancourt, outstanding center fielder. Swing and a miss and a high heater. 0-1. He took over for Matt Harvey, who patrolled center field for, what, 2.5 years for the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers?
Long time.
Yep.
Where's he going to college?
2.
Do we know?
Oh, I used to know.
Used to know.
He was the 3-year starter in football at quarterback.
You'll have to bring your used to know book.
Yeah, is it Mass Maritime? Maybe, I think Mass Maritime. Curveball, strike 3 on a great pitch.
Ooh.
Well, that was the best series of pitches for Johnny Escobalas. Believe it or not, that's his second strikeout of the game, both looking. This brings up Chris McMahon. Boy, that was 3 perfectly placed pitches, Ty.
It was. It was. He's feeling it.
Chris McMahon, lefty batter, close to the plate.
Hit it to left field. Come on. Ooh.
Shot.
Well, no, he got it.
Base hit into right field.
Line single, just out of the reach of their second baseman.
You know, Peter, I got to tell you, my favorite part about that was the way Chris so boldly ignored Ty's advice.
Yes, he did. I don't care. It worked.
Base hit, Attleboro's first hit of the game to right field. And again, Chris McMahon, he can use all fields. You throw him a breaking ball outside, he's going to punch it to left field. That was on the inner part of the plate, and he pulled it. He's not off on a first pitch swinger either.
No, he works the count a lot.
Antonio Betancourt is up. Yeah, McMahon, he has 9 walks on the team on this year to lead the club. Called strike to Antonio Bennett. He walked and was caught stealing in the bottom of the first, 0-1. And he's heading to Kaiser. I think it's at university or college.
I don't know that school.
I'm thinking Ohio, but I'm not sure. Breaking ball.
There it is.
And that went off his leg.
Ah.
Coach, the catcher Dorr trying to make an argument that he made no attempt to avoid it. But he didn't do the Don Baylor lean into it. So hit by pitch.
I once predicted a Don Baylor hit by pitch. I was at Fenway Park, and I announced to 2 rows of fans he's going to get hit by the next pitch. It happened.
So McMahon moves to second. Yep. Don Baylor broke the record of Montreal Expo Ron Hunt for most hit by pitches in a career. Ty loved Ron Hunt. He choked up in the bat. Slow breaking ball fouled off by Mason Kolseski, who struck out looking on a beautiful 2-2 curveball. Nice effort down there by the first baseman and right fielder.
My God. That first baseman covered a lot of territory.
That's, well, today we're calling him Benoit.
A Benoit.
Yes.
Benoit. All right.
When the Stanley Cups are over, if we get to the playoffs and we cover him, we'll go back to Benoit.
Well,
0-1
when
to
his-
Mason.
When his dad isn't around, right?
Hey, he gave us permission. Breaking ball, foul to the left this time. 0-2. You know, since I said Escobalas normally has better control than he's shown today,
Yeah.
has he thrown a ball? Maybe he's trying to prove me wrong, Ty.
What can I say?
Looping breaking ball, stays high.
Go!
Throw to first. Nearly.
No.
And they got him. Whoa, so Mello has now thrown 3 runners out on the bases, 2 trying to steal second. That time a big lead off first base by catcher Antonio Bennett. Wow, so that's 2-3. I thought the lower foot got in there, but the umpire had a good angle at that, and he caught it right about the hip. But if he made the tag as soon as he caught him, I think the men in blue got it right. Wow, Attleboro has had 3 runners erased on the bases.
I am speechless.
No runs, their first hit of the game. No Taunton errors and no runners left on base for the Bombardiers for obvious reasons. After 3 full, it's 1-0 Tigers on AACS 15 Sports.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to AACS. Yeah, there was a courtesy runner in for Antonio Benoit because he came running out of the dugout in his catching gear. So that was Ethan Moran at first base, speedy Ethan Moran. Miles Murray. How many pitches through 3 innings for Miles? 50 pitches. Okay.
Well,
He'll face the 5, 6, and 7 batters. Galente, Escobalas, and Mello. Remember how cold we were, Ty, the first couple of games of the season?
well, I'm still wearing my sweatshirt here, but it was freezing.
Let the record show Ty is the only person here wearing a sweatshirt.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Looking around, no, I think so.
You need a scarf or a muffler or anything?
No, I'm just trying to, I wear an Attleboro
Yes.
sweatshirt,
Yes.
though, and I'm trying to show that I support my team.
Jace Galante struck out swinging in the second. Galiente, maybe it's Galiente it's pronounced, looks at ball 1 low. That's what the Taunton dugout's chanting.
Yeah, Taunton dugout has come alive.
Yeah. Called strike in the
pitch.
lower part of the zone, 1-1.
Edge of the corner fastball.
Yep. A little something, something on it.
Yep.
Here's Galiante. He goes to bunt.
Oh, another
Hard bunt fielded by Murray. Throws from one knee. High.
boy.
It gets away. And he's going to go to second. Huntington is backing the ball up. Again, Taunton forcing defenses to make plays. That's their style. So we calling that a hit and an error? Or,
Yeah, I think that would have been a hit.
okay.
Yeah.
Pardon me? Now, yes, Peter. Right. Now they have 3 errors, yes. So that's a bunt single.
I think that's at least the 3rd time they've bunted.
Yep, and that's an E1 on the throw. Runner in scoring position.
It's quite a weapon.
Escobalas is up as Coach Dunley. Oh, did they?
You got to calm him down. He's still pitching
Whoops.
well.
Oh, I put that in the wrong spot in the scorecard. Rats. And E1. Darn the luck. That's okay. I've got lots of erasers in my bag somewhere. Johnny Escobalis is up. Also the starting pitcher, left-handed batter. Again on the mound, just a 1.12 ERA so far this year. Curveball, great stop by Bennett. Runners going though right away. And on the wild pitch, moving to third was Galliente.
It was close.
Boy, do they put pressure on defenses, huh?
So we calling that a steal or a wild pitch?
No,
I think it's a wild pitch. Yeah.
He had a big lead, took off as soon as the ball hit the dirt.
It's a very intelligent team.
1-0 to Escobalis. Swings at what would have been a ball. And the ball gets away and the run scores. Not a foul, right? So we got to call that a strike.
It's a strike. I think he intentionally swung and missed.
Wow. And wild pitch. So 2-0 Taunton. 1-1 is the count. Yeah. The lefty Escobalis facing the righty Murray. He turns to bunt. Foul ball, 1-2. And boy, he squared late, didn't he?
A little late. But this team will do it. They'll bunt.
Dugout still chanting Galliento. High, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Escobalis, who does not lack in the personality category. What are you pointing? Oh, pitcher warming up. Can't see who it is from here. Fastball right down the pipe, fouled off the mask of the catcher Bennett. We had a microphone on his camera. It sounded something like this. Or not. Count remains 2-2. Two nothing Taunton, top of the 4th. Breaking ball, a blast!
Beautiful catch.
Speared by Brady Irwin at second base.
That was a curving, screaming line drive right on the foul line.
Yeah.
And he reached out and nabbed it in his webbing.
He's a right-hander, so caught that with his left, reaching to his left.
I say that's 3 stars.
3 stars.
3
okay.
stars for that catch. That would have been a double.
I had 2, but I'll add 1.
Throw another one.
All right. Foul, strike 1 to Corbin Mello, who was hit by a pitch on the first pitch he saw today from Miles Murray.
If you saw the Red Sox first baseman make that play, you'd think it was great.
That's true. What Red Sox first baseman?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mello bunts, and this is going to be a hit. Throw by McMahon, not in time. Another bunt single. So they've got 3 base hits now, 2 of them bunts.
Guess what they practice all the time?
Makes that Irwin play look big. And Mello, do we know how many stolen bases he has? No, we don't. Jeremy Neef is up, the junior center fielder. There's a blast to left field. Down the line, fair ball. After it is Kellen Jones. Hitting third base, rounding and scoring. 3-0 Taunton. A double down the left field line by Jeremy Neef. Scoring all the way from first, Corbin Mello. So double, left field, and an RBI. So 3-0 now. 2 runs knocked in, 1 scored in a wild pitch. This brings up Cam Thomasicki, who bats 9th, not because he's a number 9 batter, because he's a second leadoff batter. Swings and misses at a curveball. He struck out swinging his first time up.
That was a beautiful pitch.
Yep.
Dropping curveball. Keep your composure.
Swing and a miss and another slow curve.
Yeah.
Thomasicki came in second on the club, hitting .393. 1 double, 8 RBIs, 8 runs scored, 7 stolen bases. Polseski trying to hold on the runner at second. That's Neef. Tyler Dunley warming up. Stolen base for Neef. They're getting huge secondary leads at second base. It's not rare to see someone steal third. It's rare to see someone steal third standing up, Ty. 1-2 is the count to Cam Tomasicki.
Can't say I ever did it.
Ground ball, infield in. Coming home. He's safe.
Oh.
Got in there in time. So a fielder's choice RBI for Tomasicki. 4-0 Taunton.
The throw was a little bit high, and the slap of the tag, not in time.
Mason Kolseski, beautiful jump by Neef and a slide. Definitely got the foot in there before the tag. So a fielder's choice, but an RBI. Now we go to the top of the order. Joe
One out.
Benoit, who struck out swinging, had an RBI single to right center. Pickoff attempted first, just in time was Tomasicki.
There's a nice play by Tiny at third base, though.
No, that was shortstop.
Oh, was that the shortstop?
That was Kolseski, yep.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Fastball on the inside edge, fouled off to the right. And who's chasing down the foul balls? Mark LaFontaine's not here. That's going to cost the athletic department some money.
The neighbors can make a great collection here.
Throw to first again. What do you got for a count, Peter? 0-1, okay. We'll find out.
Oh.
Runner's going. Curveball in the dirt. He was going on the pitch. We're going to give him a stolen base. So we think the count is 1-1. And there it is. 1 ball, 1 strike. Our umpire, Cap, or Cappy, played at Roslindale High and Boston State. Big inning for the Tigers. Fastball just low, 2-1.
Rosendale High still exists?
I don't think so.
I worked in Rosendale. I never saw the school.
And neither does Boston State College, where he went either. That's now UMass Boston. So they scored 3 runs in this inning, and that's with that great play by Brady Irwin at first base, snagging the line drive off the bat of Escobalas. A bunt single, Escobalas lined out. A bunt single. First run came home on 2 wild pitches. Next run came home on a double to deep left field by Jeremy Neef, who scored on the fielder's choice by Tomasicki. That's low and in the dirt, 3-1. Tyler Dunley warming up in the Attleboro dugout. Tyler's 3-1 on the year with a 1.38 ERA, Tyler Dunley.
That's a big move because we have a big game on Monday, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big decision.
That's against KP.
KP.
Fastball in the inside edge, popped up. Landers, the second baseman, is back, calls for it, makes the catch. Runner stays at second, 2 outs. Dylan Keenan is up, junior second baseman, lined out to Landers at second base in the first, struck out swinging in the third. 7th batter of the inning. DK chants the Taunton dugout. Curveball stopped by Bennett in the dirt, 1-0. Murray fires. Just low, 2-0. Blair Bork, his assistant coaches are Chad Higginbottom, Mark Masterson, John Clough, Aaron Rigo, Brandon Lopez, and Jack Moynihan. Pick off at second, into center field, backed up by Betancourt.
He's not going anywhere.
I think that was a flash play. You know, where the catcher flashes the full hand, and the pitcher sees that, turns around and fires to Landers, who was covering at second. No error because there was no advance.
It was a good backup play by Betancourt.
2-0 is the count. Boy, big leads at second base for these Tigers. Called strike on the lower edge of the zone. 2-1 to Keenan.
He's still got a good fastball.
Ground ball to Kolseski is short. Fields it. Fires across the diamond.
Nice play.
In time for the third out. 6-3. But for Taunton, 3 runs for a total of 4 in the game. 3 hits that inning, 2 of them bunts. So they now have 4 hits as well. Attleboro has 3 errors on the afternoon. Taunton has left 4 runners on base. 4-0 Taunton as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning on AACS 15 Sports.
LJ's Car Wash, located just past the Attleboro line on Route 123 in Norton, is available for all of your vehicle cleaning needs. Open every day beginning at 8 a.m., LJ's has the equipment to clean your vehicles inside and out, from 24-hour heated self-serve bays to full detailing service and everything in between. For more information, you can contact them at 508-223-3278 or on their website at ljscarwash.com.
Does your back hurt after a long night's sleep? Has your mattress seen better days? Is your current bedroom furniture a mixture of different furniture sets? The Bedding Center, located on Pleasant Street and proud sponsor of this radio station and high school sports, offers a wide array of mattresses along with beds, bedroom furniture, and odd-sized mattresses and box springs. You can reach them online at bedding-center.com or by phone at 508-226-8090.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. There's a delay in the action. Because they ran out of baseballs. Corbin Mello's mom just came over. She's a fan of our broadcast.
Well, I'm glad somebody's rooting for us.
And her I loved her daughter. I can't believe I can't remember her first name. But again, 3-sport athlete for Taunton. And just the kind of girl who, before the game, after the game, a smile on her face. But once that game started, did not want to mess with her. But we had a delay in the game. Mark LaFontaine, Mr. Blue Pride, is not here. Nobody's chasing down the foul balls that are going into the neighboring proprities here, and they ran out of baseballs.
We have a big fence behind us, and
no, that's just around the bullpen. You can still, sure, you might risk poison ivy, but you can stroll right through those woods to get to that backyard
around
and over
the corner.
here. Yeah. Johnny Escabala is pitching again. Came into this game 2-0, wrong side. Came into this game 3-2, 25 innings pitched, a 1.12 ERA. Through 3 innings today, he's allowed only 1 base hit. And boy, has he gotten help from his catcher, Dorr, who's thrown 2 runners out at second, attempting to steal, and 1 runner at first, who took an excessive lead. So this brings up, don't tell me, Mason Kolseski, who was facing an 0-2 count when the runner was picked off first to end the bottom of the 3rd. Curveball high and outside, ball 1. Here's the Attleboro bench coming alive a little bit.
Yeah, we need to come alive. Absolutely.
Sidearm fastball hit to right field.
He's running back.
Tomasicki is on the run. Oh, what a catch by Cam Tomasicki.
That was a great catch.
Well, if we gave 3 stars to Kolseski, that's got to be a 4-star catch. On the dead run, having to reach back and make that catch while falling to the ground, robbing Kolseski.
The other thing is he's a southpaw, so he had to bring his glove all the way across back his body.
Wow.
That's a hard catch to make.
Tomasicki, wow. 1 out. This brings up Mikey Huntington, league's leading hitter. Grounded back to the pitcher his first time. Fouls that back. It's 0-1. Huntington hitting .488, 21 hits and 43 at-bats, and this doesn't count the 2 games this week. 4 doubles, 4 triples, 11 RBIs, 18 runs scored, 7 stolen bases. Last year he stole 13 bases in 14 attempts. Fouls that into the catcher's glove. A big sweeping breaking ball, 0-2. He had 27 putouts without an error last year in right field. Mike
Really?
Yankton. Yep. Again, heading to UMass Dartmouth to join his brother Jackson, who's pitching there. Fastball. Called strike 3 on the outside edge. Johnny Escobalas has 3 strikeouts today, all of them called. Starting to get the idea that he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. He plays the outside corner consistently, and then when he wants to get you, he burns one on the inside corner.
Jeremy O'Hara grounded out to the shortstop. Lindskog his first time up. 2 outs, nobody on. 4-0 Taunton, bottom of the 4th. Ground ball, foul. Coach Dunley again with that mechanical cast on his left arm. We'll forgive him for not going after those. We can rebuild him. We can make him better. He's so young he didn't know that was from the $6 Million Man starring Steve Majors. 0-1 to O'Hara. Swing and missed. And Escobalas with a little extra on that pitch.
So we have a big game on Monday, too.
Against KP.
We do, and we have to have a pitcher rested for it, and I wonder who that is.
I think we have to cover boys lacrosse on Monday. I'm not sure. That was high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jeremy O'Hara.
I think it's the last regular season game.
Oh, I got it right here. Hold on.
Am I right about that?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
They play Sharon on the 19th, King Philip on the 21st.
Oh, okay. So 2 more games.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Jeremy O'Hara. Fouled off to the right. And again, King Philip ranked 2nd in the league in HockomockSports.com. They're 14-3. Handed Taunton one of their 3 losses this season. Sharon struggling this year.
Way outside.
3-14. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So O'Hara is down 0-2. Has come back to make it a full count. Again, the fences here about 330-ish down the right field line and left field line, about a half mile to center field. Inside, ball 4. Good at bat for O'Hara. 3rd walk issued by Escobalas. Kellen Jones, 2-way starter in football. At wideout. We're estimating it at a half mile. Yes.
Think Polo Grounds.
Yes.
We're being asked how deep to center field.
Yes. But the old Polo Grounds where the New York Giants used to play, it was about 250 feet down each line.
Yep.
And over 600 feet to center field. And this makes that center field fence of the Polo Grounds look like a short porch.
And the theory is that Christy Mathewson used to throw one in a game he was winning. He would just give him a soft one to hit it down the lines, and he gave up a lot of home runs.
Huh.
No,
Wow.
but he didn't lose those games.
We have an equipment issue for the catcher. Oh, an injury timeout? Okay. For the Taunton catcher, Cam Dorr. Again, first-year starter at catcher as a senior. And you got to wonder, who kept this kid in the bench? Thrown out 3 Attleboro runners today. 2 at second on steal attempts, 1 at first on a pickoff. No count on Kellen, right? Got a couple of touchdowns this football season from his brother Braden, the sophomore quarterback. Called strike. Beautiful sidearm delivery. A lot of movement on that pitch. Catches the corner, strike 1.
So their catcher was already in place to throw to second. Terrific catcher here.
Check swing. Throw to first, back in time.
Yeah.
Home plate umpire calls that himself. And again, when the base umpire is in the middle of the diamond, he doesn't really have much of an advantage on those check swings. 0-2 is the count to Jones. Jones having an outstanding season. He's got 12 RBI. Curveball. Foul to the right. That'll be out of play.
Yeah, it's out of play.
Count remains 0-2. Kellen is hitting .344.
Oh, bounced into another yard.
Yeah. .344 with a double, a triple, 12 runs knocked in, 8 runs scored. He's stolen 3 bases. And looks to play football at Nichols, home of the Bison, next fall. Oh, Escobalas not happy with that ball. drives my brother John nuts how in Major League Baseball, if a ball touches the dirt, they throw it out and get a new one.
What do you suppose a baseball costs? Outside.
Just misses. Beautiful left-handed move. Attleboro runners having a really tough time getting a good lead. 1-2 to Kellen Jones. Offside, 2-2.
Just missed.
Kellen also, not just an outstanding player, a very enthusiastic fan during basketball season, one of the leaders in the student section, cheering on the Bombardiers basketball club. Curveball low, 3-2. How many pitches for Escobalas? 57, thank you.
All right. Well, the runner should be off on this pitch.
3-2, 2 outs. What are the odds the Escobalas throws a pickoff?
Get a good lead.
Runners going, called strike. I don't think he was expecting fastball there. 4 strikeouts now for Escobalas, all of them called. He's walked 3, allowed just 1 hit through 4. It's 4-0 Tigers on AACS 15 Sports.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. The book is closed on Miles Murray. He went 4 innings, allowed 4 runs on 4 hits. 3 errors were made behind him. 4 Taunton runners left on base. 2 of the 4 runs were earned. Now coming in is Tyler Dunley. He's committed to UMass Lowell. Outstanding as a freshman. And then missed his entire sophomore year with an elbow injury. Last year as a junior, he was a second-team Hockomock League All-Star. Allowed 10 earned runs and 38 innings pitched last year for 1.84 ERA, 1.84, 42 strikeouts in 38 innings. Again, he's heading to UMass Dartmouth. This year, Tyler, I've got it somewhere. Sound like you know what you're doing, Paul. There it is. This year, he's 3-1 in 25 1/3 innings pitched. Struck out 28, walked 13, which is high for him. An ERA of just 1.38. And he is going to face the number 3 batter, Cam Dorr, the catcher who's had a great game. Called strike on the first pitch. Cam is lined out to second and walked.
I don't think he's bunted.
Well, he is the number 3 batter. Maybe they do make exceptions for him. Irwin in at first base, swing and a miss. Breaking ball, strike 2. Tyler Dunley. It's funny, I was talking about Mark Houle, the athletic director and basketball coach here. I'll get to that comment in just a second. Fastball high, 1-2. And the 2 best basketball teams in the 21st century for Attleboro, 2019, and then this last season, 2024 through 2025. And those are the 2 teams I was the most critical of in my calls. The 2 most talented teams. Ball high, it's 2-2.
So why do you suppose you were critical?
Well, I was apologizing to Mark for that. And he says, well, you know, when there's a lot of talent, the expectations are higher. But Tyler Dunley, again, second-team All-Star last year, might be a first-team All-Star player this year. 2-2 is the count. Take something off that, fouled back. Again, is anyone going to chase these foul balls? Count remains 2-2. Tyler's probably the most complete Attleboro pitcher I've covered.
He's got a good fastball today.
And I've been too critical of Tyler over the years, and I apologize for that. That's fouled off to the right. On the run is Huntington. Oh, almost makes the catch against the fence. Not sure if our camera gets that angle, but wow. Count remains 2-2.
Yeah, that had to hit in foul territory, but hit the fence.
Yeah.
Tough catch.
But Tyler, you know, good fastball, breaking. I think it's a couple different fastballs, 2-seam, 4-seam, curve, slider. Complete pitcher, smart pitcher.
And where is he going to college?
UMass Lowell.
There you go.
Yeah. Foul ball to the right. Irwin in foul territory matriculates back into fair territory and makes the catch.
It was drifting.
Yes.
But he drifted back with it.
So that was what, an 8-pitch at-bat? 7-pitch at-bat. This brings up Caden Linskog, the outstanding shortstop, grounded out to second, and then with bases loaded in the third inning was absolutely robbed by Attleboro shortstop Mason Kolseski, charging in, making the throw across his body on the dead run to get Linskog by a half step.
Three-star play.
Low in the zone, ball 1. Tyler Dunley ready. Fastball with some pop on it.
No flinch.
No flinch, all right. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jen? That was too high. You didn't flinch at that, did you? Okay. The Perils are sitting behind the backstop. Takes a while to realize there's a fence here.
You're trying to find a flincher.
Breaking ball, low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike to Caden Linskog. I think he's also one of the few batters who wasn't bunted for Taunton today. What a pitch.
The bunters are coming.
Fastball on the outer edge, 2-2. Dunley in a rare relief appearance. Oh, fastball. McMahon ranges to his left, fields it across the diamond in time. 5-3. See what I mean about Chris McMahon being a graceful athlete?
He is. He is, although his mom told me he's not going out for baseball at Quinnipiac.
That's a Division I school, Ty.
Well, you rise to the occasion.
I think he plans on dominating the softball. I was going to say beer league, but he won't be old enough. Fouled back by Jace Galante. He is struck out swinging, had a bunt single, reached second on a throwing error, and then scored, advanced to third on a wild pitch and scored in a wild pitch, scoring Taunton's second run. 0-1. Galeante, they're chanting. Again, look at the number of foul balls Tyler Dunley has given up. Tough for the Taunton batters, or most batters in the Hockomock League, to get the barrel of that bat on the ball against Tyler Dunley.
He produces a lot of foul balls, I've noticed.
Yep. Again, very expensive to the Attleboro Athletic Department.
The thing that you don't see that often is a changeup. Sometimes there's a slow curve, but straight changes, you don't see much.
Fastball outside. Peter, were you like me? Were you begging for him to throw a changeup there?
I never saw a changeup when I played.
Had they invented that pitch when you played?
Well, they invented the knuckleball.
Which you used to throw a knuckle curveball, fouled away, 1 and 2.
I played when Hoyt Wilhelm was still in his prime.
Wow. Ask your parents about Hoyt Wilhelm. Ask your grandparents about Hoyt Wilhelm. Great knuckleballer with Chicago White Sox. 1 and 2 is the count.
Baltimore as well.
To Galeante, yep.
New York Giants before that.
Wow. Fastball just missing up high. 2 and 2. Boy, do they have a lot of cheers in unison in the Taunton dugout.
They really do come alive. I have to hand it to them.
Called Ooh.
No, just outside.
Just misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yep, Bennett asked where it was. Umpire Cappy tells him, he accepts the call, and here we go. 3 and 2. 2 outs, nobody on. 4-0 Taunton. Top of the 5th. Ball 4. So, first walk allowed by Dunley in his first inning of work.
So back in late March, I didn't hear them yelling like that. We led most of that game until the 7th inning.
Wow. That was a 5-4 win for Taunton in the second game of the season.
It was. We had a 4-1 lead.
Johnny Escobalas is up. Was hit by reached on an E4. Turns to bunt. Looks at called strike on the inside edge. And then on a throwing error, tried to advance from first to third on an errant pickoff throw. And was out in the old 1-3 to 9-5 play.
Yeah, you see that once in a blue moon.
Low, Bennett stops it. Taking off, and I think we got to call that a wild pitch because he didn't go till after the ball was in the dirt. Hate to do that to you, Tyler. And then Escobalas was robbed. Hit an absolute laser down the first base line. Brady Irwin stabbed it with his left paw.
3 stars.
So 1-1 to Escobalas. Called
Nice.
strike. There's an off-speed pitch.
Well, for him, yes.
Yeah, for him. 1 and 2. Escobalas may be headed to Mississippi Valley to play some D1 ball. Dunley looks. Shortstop Kolseski holding the runner. Inside, nice stop, Bennett. Again, tie.
It was a nice stop.
And on our backstop camera, it's 2-2 in the count. The size of the secondary lead Taunton runners get at second base. And again, base running is the only thing I was a lead at in baseball. I used to try to do that as well. But again, see where he is now.
Yeah.
And boom, 3 extra steps. From the time Dunley starts his motion, that's low. It's 3-2.
And that makes all the difference in
Yeah.
stealing a base.
Yep. Or scoring from second on a single.
Yep.
Got to give Attleboro's assistance. Each team with oodles of assistant coaches. 3-2, big pitch here. 4-0 Taunton, top of the 5th. Attleboro trying to stay close. Runner is going. Slashed into left. Foul ball as it sliced foul off the left-handed bat of Escobalas.
What do you think? A foot foul?
Yeah, tops. And it was like 3 feet fair when it went over McMahon's head at third base and
curves,
just kept.
It curves to the left.
It was like my golf shot, Ty. It just kept slicing. Count remains 3-2.
And into the woods she goes. All right. Throw your changeup.
Huntington playing him to pull. Betancourt a few steps towards right field and center. Big lead at second for Galiente. Escobalas calls time. I was not a very good golfer, Ty. An elite caddy, but not a good golfer.
We'll have to talk about your caddy years.
Oh. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Johnny Escobalas trying to help his own cause. Curveball, back to Dunley, makes the play. Underhand flip to Irwin.
One hopper right to the pitcher.
That was a great, outstanding matchup between Escobalas and Tyler Dunley. Tyler Dunley wins it with a ground ball back to him after, what, 9-10 pitches in that at-bat?
Yeah.
All right, Attleboro coming up at the bottom of the 5th. For Taunton, they've got 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 Attleboro errors. Taunton has left 5 runners on base. 2 of their 4 runs have been earned. Bombardiers coming up.
Bristol Glass, 110 North Main Street in Attleboro, has supported local high school sports for many years. Bristol Glass has been chosen for glass replacement projects for home and business for over 60 years. From shower doors to auto glass and mirror replacement, Bristol Glass is ready to do the job. They accept most insurance plans and serve several communities around the Attleboro area. They're open weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can contact them at 508-222-5810 and on the web at bristolglass.com.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Attleboro coach Steve Dunley is assisted by Bob Westwater, Dave Seavey, Troy Van Vliet, Casey Grady, and Jared Tinkham. I played in '76. You played in the late '60s.
Well, yeah.
We had a varsity coach, a JV coach, and a freshman coach. There were no assistants on any staff.
I had one coach
Yeah.
in high school and one coach in Legion Ball.
Yeah.
Who once said that he would eat his hat if we didn't beat Middletown, Connecticut. And he didn't live up to his word.
Oh. Unlike Paul Pierce, who did live up to his word, and after the Celtics lost Game 2 to the Knicks, walked 20.2 miles to the studio the next day. Took him 8 hours. All right, Escobalis is still in there, the lefty.
Right.
Attleboro will send up Brady Irwin, Aiden Landers, and Betancourt, the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Escobalis has allowed but one single. That was in the third. He struck out 4, walked 3.
All right, Brady, get us going. He walked in the second inning.
Yep.
And we won't talk about what happened after that.
Caught stealing. Oh, sorry, we're supposed to talk about it. Was that low ball 1?
Yeah.
Thank you. We're in the bottom of the 5th. What would Yogi Berra say? It's getting late early. Call a strike, 1-1. I'll tell a story for Taunton fans. Attleboro fans have heard it.
That's right. We're on the air in Taunton, aren't we?
Curveball, 2-1. My brother John is the only sophomore in UMass history to be all-conference in football and baseball. We'll get to that in a second. In the early 70s. Outside.
Ooh, it was outside. Yes.
3-1.
Brady's got a good eye. I'll give that to him.
Oh, absolutely. Brady Irwin. He's got 5 walks on the season. He's hitting 300 with 9 runs knocked in. Called strike.
All right. Well, you got to make him.
Yep.
All right. Get ready now.
3-2. Escobalis, who is, trust me, not afraid to throw a breaking ball on a full count. Foul tip into the mitt. That is the 5th strikeout of the game, but the first swinging strikeout.
Does the catcher get a
And yeah, you got to put up for that.
dash for that,
Yep.
right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts now for Escobalis today, which gives him 30 strikeouts in his 30th inning of work. Aiden Landers. High.
Actually, he's walked 3 today, and that's way above his norm, isn't it?
Yep. Landers flew out to right field in the 3rd. Gonna get to my Yogi Berra story in a second. Breaking ball catches the outside edge. So when John was a freshman playing football at UMass, freshmen couldn't play varsity. He led the freshman team in scoring as a flanker. Ball low, 2-1. As a sophomore, UMass had Steve Schubert, who played for the Chicago Bears in the NFL, and Tim Berra, Yogi's son, was the other wide receiver. Swing and a miss, 2-2. He had a cup of coffee in some NFL training camps. So because they had those 2 NFL prospects, they moved John to a free safety, where he became the All-Yankee Conference free safety. Here we go.
Back when we had a Yankee conference.
Yep. Just high, 3-2. That spring, he was the all-conference catcher for UMass. The all-conference pitcher was Mike Flanagan, all-state basketball player in high school at UNH, went on to a long career with the Baltimore Orioles. Ball 4 outside. Maybe I'll tell more stupid Paul Healy stories. Good things happen for Attleboro. 4th walk of the day for Escobalis. So, yeah, Mike Flanagan was the all-conference pitcher. When Flanagan didn't pitch, he played right field, led that UMass team in home runs. But the 72 football team John played for, that UMass team went 9-2, beat BC, won the Boardwalk Bowl.
Did they play UMaine? They must have.
Oh, they beat him, yeah. That was first game of the year. John had 2 interceptions. And the only 2 games UMass lost that season, John didn't play. There's a courtesy runner in, pinch runner.
We have.
Oh, new batter. This is number 6 batting for the Bombardiers, Jared Santos Fuentes. He's got a game-winning RBI this year.
Get back to first.
Throw to first in time.
Yep.
What's the count, Peter? 2-0 to Jared Santos Fuentes. Oh, 1-1. Thank you. 1-1. There it is. Thank you.
Okay, here we go.
Curveball.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That was a little change-up curve.
Yep.
He was ahead of it.
Stepping off the mound is Escobalas. I'm almost to the end of my Yogi Berra story, folks. I'll get to the punchline soon. Jan, don't yawn when I'm telling stories. Here's the pitch. Fast. Oh, up in the zone. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Second strikeout this inning. 6th of the game for Escobalas. So during UMass football games, my father was born in Brooklyn. He's a Brooklyn guy. So he and Yogi Berra used to sit together. And they both liked to get there, sit down, shut up, and watch the game. My brother Michael and I, after the UMaine game, were banned from sitting with them because we couldn't shut the hell up. Chris McMahon looks at a breaking ball on the inside edge, shakes his head yes at the called strike.
How did he get to sit with Yogi Berra?
Because Tim Berra, Yogi's son, was playing for UMass.
Oh, okay.
And my father was an old Brooklyn guy. Yogi played New York. Fouled it into the mid. 0-2. So they'd get there, and my father would say, Yogi. Yogi would say, Healy. And they'd sit down together and maybe exchange 3 words, enjoy the game together and love it. And again, after that UMaine game, we were never allowed to sit next to my father and Yogi Berra because Mike and I had to talk about the game. Whereas my father and Yogi were like, we know what we're looking at. Shut the heck up. 0-2 to Chris McMahon, who has Attleboro's only base hit today, a shot to right field on the first pitch he saw from Escobalas. Curveball, called strike 3.
Oh, beautiful curve.
We are seeing an elite performance from Escobalas,
really are.
who now has 7 strikeouts on the game, 5 of them called. For the Bombardiers, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base. So the Bombardiers have 1 hit in this game and just 2 runners left on base.
2.
Yep. We head to the top of the 6th, 4-0 Taunton on AACS 15 Sports. Folks, you can call or text in if you'd like more stupid Paul Healy stories instead of sticking with the game. Where are we? Yeah.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Peter, you're running our graphics. Is there as much pollen on your computer as there is on our soundboard here? It is amazing. Paul Healy along with Ty Waterman, baseball historian, Attleboro city councilor, lifelong social worker, all-around good guy.
Yeah.
And what I love best about you, Ty, is you're so patient with my long, stupid Paul Healy stories.
Oh, well, I appear patient.
We had a run in soccer last fall where every time I would start telling one of those stories, somebody would score a goal.
So one thing about Yogi Berra, he didn't appreciate harmonicas.
Really?
You know that story?
No.
Back of the bus, 1964, Phil Linz was playing a harmonica.
That's right, yes.
Yeah? After they had lost the game.
Yes. Keep going.
Yogi wasn't so nice back then. And he lost the job, too.
Yeah, and we
Was
could
it
tell
1 year. 1 year.
We could tell you where that harmonica ended up, but the FCC might suspend us. Corbin Mello is up. He was hit by a pitch and scored, had a bunt single and scored. So he has 2 of the 4 runs for Taunton. Some people pronounce it Taunton. Looks at a curveball high from the outstanding Tyler Dunley.
So we're looking at a fella at bat, Mello, who's been hit by a pitch,
And a bunt single.
bunt single, and scored twice.
Yep. 2-0 is the count. Foul off to the right. Again, how baseball has changed when I was a little kid. Are you kidding me? when my older brothers were playing, I'd put in like 2 miles a game chasing after foul balls.
Yeah. Nobody seems to care now, do they?
2 balls, 1 strike to Corbin Mello from the outstanding athletic Mello family. Remember, he scored from second base on Neef's single to left field in the 4th. Fouls that off to the right. You know, it's only a little poison ivy over there, folks. I don't see why everyone is so reluctant to go chase those foul balls. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. But, yeah.
You don't see swings and misses often here.
Well, you're also not seeing a lot of solid contact.
You
There's a
saw
swing and
one.
miss.
You saw one.
Tyler
Strike 3.
His first strikeout today. And for the season, that is Dunley's 29th strikeout in his 27th inning of work. Again, last year, 42 strikeouts in 38 innings.
So we have struck out 5 of Taunton's hitters in the game.
Ball 1 low to Jeremy Neef, who had a sacrifice bunt and reached first on an error. And then a base hit to left field to knock, a double to left field to knock in a run. Oh, that was the shot down the line. Looks at ball 1. Squares to bunt. McMahon comes in, called strike, 1-1. Tyler Dunny now 1 strike, 1 ball, has yet to give up a hit. Squares to bunt, pops it up. McMahon fields it on 1 hop.
Beautiful. Oh!
Landers couldn't hold on.
Well, to be fair, that ball should have been caught.
I agree.
E3.
That's the Attleboro. No, that's the second baseman covering first.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. E4.
Attleboro's 4th miscue of the day. And again, we're Kevin and I were talking about this in one of our softball games, because now in Major League Baseball, where everything's a hit, we are much tougher official scorers at this level than they are at the Major League level now. This brings up Cam Tomasicki. He has struck out, had an RBI, fielder's choice, stole a base, and made the catch of the game in right field. And did I miss a pitch? Ball 1. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Ty, if you'd like to share any stupid stories with the viewers.
Oh, I'm wondering why you don't hear much about official scores in Major League Baseball.
That ball is low. He was off on the pitch, so we'll give him a stolen base for that.
Yep.
Second steal of the game for Neef. And he's a threat to steal 3rd.
Probably.
Yeah, and they're moving, yeah. Because, again, the Attleboro players are monitoring the speed and location of the pitches, but Attleboro's all white uniforms, kind of like the Dodgers, standing right behind home plate. That doesn't give the fielders a background to see the ball off the bat, so the umpire making a move. 1 ball to Tomasicki. Low, 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, Attleboro wearing all white uniforms, very reminiscent of the Dodgers, except the number on the lower left is blue, not red. And the Tigers, which on a day this hot can't be comfortable, all black unis.
Yeah, now you got me looking for dirt on the uniforms. Brady Irwin has dirt.
Strike on the outside edge.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. Yep. Orange pinstripes on the black jerseys. Runner is going.
Running. Yep, he's running.
Fouled off to the left by Tomasicki. 2-2 is the count.
It's not an easy thing for a right-hander to throw a pick off to second base.
Oof.
You have to go twirl your whole body around.
Yep. At our age, if we tried to do that, we'd pull 4 muscles each.
Oh.
How did you displace your spine, sir?
Try to pick off.
Ground ball over Dunley's head, fielded by Landers, goes to first in time.
Good play by Landers.
2 outs, runner moves to 3rd. That was Jeremy Neef, a very good base runner. 4-3 if you're scoring at home. We go to the top of the order with 2 outs.
That was actually a classic fielding play because he had to run in, grab it. Was that one hop or two?
Yep, two.
And he was already on the infield grass when he got it, and he had to throw sideways to first base while he's running forward.
Yeah.
That's a good play.
Curveball, swing and a miss, strike one. Speaking of plays where we displace our spine doing that. Benoit, or today Benoit, in honor of the Stanley Cup playoffs, he has struck out swinging, RBI single to right center and stole a second and popped out to second base. Curveball, hard ground ball to the hole. Kolseski deep in the hole, long way across the field, in time.
Oh my God, he got him.
Mason Kolseski, his second outstanding fielding play
beautiful.
of the day.
Maybe that'll perk us up.
For Taunton, no runs, no hits, but another runner left on base for a total of 6 in the game. After 6 at-bats for the Tigers, they have 4 runs on 4 hits. We have 4 Attleboro errors. Taunton's 2 of 4 runs are scored. Again, they've left 6 on base. Bombardiers coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. Escobalas is back out there. Bombardiers have 6 more outs to try to produce 4 runs and get this game to extra innings. We'll be right back.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back to AACS 15 Sports. Johnny Escobalas, the crafty left-hander, back out there. He's thrown 77 pitches through 5 innings of work. I was going to say from about 77 different arm angles, but
he's real good at nipping the outside corner.
Yep.
And then when you play for the outside corner, nipping the inside corner with a fastball.
Started his sophomore year on the JVs.
Really?
Yep. Ended his sophomore year as the winning pitcher in the Division I state championship game at Polo Park in Worcester against Franklin.
And I remember him pitching against us up here in Attleboro.
6-hit shutout.
Yeah.
Attleboro's at the top of the order. Antonio Bennett. He walked and was caught stealing, was hit by a pitch.
Just missed.
Outside. This is his 3rd at-bat here in the bottom of the 6th. Ball 1. High, 2-0 from Escobalas.
Now you work him. Bennett, the leadoff hitter, has been on base twice today.
Yep.
Hit by a pitch and a walk. He's shown good patience at the plate.
3-0. Taunton fan, one encouraging Escobalas to throw a strike, let your defense do the work.
That's
ball
low.
4.
Ball 4. Three straight times he's been on.
That's his 5th walk. He's got 7 strikeouts, 5 walks. And our base umpire, Mark Salvador, moves to the middle of the infield. And here comes Mason Kolseski.
I would suggest we don't try to steal here.
Yeah. Wow, the catcher door has only thrown out 3 runners on the bases. Kolseski is struck out swinging, and in the 4th, hit a ball to the deep right field corner. Was absolutely robbed by Tomasicki.
That could.
And there's
Nope, it's a hit.
Base hit to right field. Fielded by
Get
Tomasicki.
Get there. Just made it to second.
Fielded by Tomasicki on 1 hop. And beating the throw to second by a step was Bennett.
Half a step.
Yeah. So that's Attleboro's 2nd hit of the game. Kolseski coming in was hitting .394 with a double, 5 RBI, 6 runs scored. And now there's a conference at the mound. So that's Attleboro's 2nd hit of the game. Right field. Blair Bork. Okay, you have a story about Ted Williams.
Yeah. When I was about 10 or 11, my dad said to me after Brooklyn moved to L.A., and we were Dodger fans in Brooklyn, he says, now we're going to Boston. My dad was from Hartford.
Okay.
So we halfway each way.
Yeah.
So he took me up to Boston. He said he was bringing a friend with him. I didn't know the man.
Yeah.
And turns out the friend knew Ted in the Marines.
Oh, wow.
They flew together in Korea.
Wow.
So we're sitting in the first row next to the home dugout.
Wow.
Back when you could sit those places because
yeah.
fans weren't there at the games. And Ted's walking in from left field after batting practice. I'll tell you the rest of the story later.
Mikey Huntington is up, leading hitter in the Hockomock League for the second year running. Has grounded back to the pitcher and struck out on a beautiful curveball on the outside edge from Escobalis. Off the end of the bat, fielded by Escobalis, goes to third base. Huntington reaches on a fielder's choice.
It's a good play by the pitcher.
Moving to second was Kolseski. 1-5 if you're scoring at home. So
anyways, Ted spots his friend from the past, comes right up to us, starts talking to him, and then leans over to me. I'm standing behind him. You know, I'm 11. I'm a little leaguer. And we'll find out later.
Jeremy O'Hara is up. He has ground out to short and walked today. Sidearm curveball catches the outside edge. Strike one from Johnny Escobalis.
This could be our biggest at bat of the game right here.
2 runners on for the first time today for the Bombardiers. 1 out. Ground ball towards second. This could be 2. Flip 2. Landskog across the diamond. Keenan to Lindskog to Benoit for the 4-6-3 double play. And Ty's not taking this well as an Attleboro fan.
No,
Sorry,
I'm not
Ty.
taking it well.
Well, cheer us up and finish your Ted Williams story.
So, anyways, unless there's a commercial coming on.
No, go ahead.
Ted says, "You want my autograph?" I don't have anything. He says, "You got a ticket." I give him my ticket. He signs perfect handwriting on the bottom of my ticket.
Yeah.
I could actually read it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the ticket, and he suddenly says to me, "Would you like my bat?" He used it in batting practice.
Wow.
He hands me his bat, which was enormous.
Yeah.
40 ounces at
Wow,
least.
yeah, 35
And
inches.
I'm
yeah.
looking at it for all the cracks that he can't use it anymore.
Yeah.
It's got all the marks where he hit it. So he says, "It's yours," and he just hands it to me.
Wow.
And that bat, well, I used it for a few years,
Yeah.
but I could barely swing it.
Yeah, it was so big,
Throw
yeah.
the ball in the air and try to swing this bat. So my mother says, "You can't sleep with it any longer." And she says, what are you going to do with it? And she says, "I'm putting it in the tool shed."
Oh.
And there it goes, into the tool shed. And I looked a couple years later, and there was a pile of dust.
Oh.
Termites.
Oh, the horror. Now, Jan, if you still had the Ted Williams. Oh.
What's that? Well, do we have any more time?
Quickly, yep.
Yeah, so I was interviewed on a book on Red Sox fans
Yep.
by a writer in Florida, and I told her that story. And I gave it to my mom for Christmas when the book came out.
Okay.
And she opens it up and she says, "I didn't do that." And I said to her, "Mom, it's in a book. It has to be true."
Thought you were going to tell me Ted Williams read it and sent you another bat. But Jan, if he kept that bat into adulthood, would you have let him bring it into bed with him? No, she says. I want to thank all of our underwriters. LJ's Car Wash just across the line in Norton and Route 123. The Betting Center on Pleasant Street in Attleboro. You know, across from Stop and Shop at McDonald's. Barrows Insurance in Attleboro since 1977, thanks to Jay Barrows. Bristol Glass on North Main Street. Falls AC and Banquet Room in North Attleboro. W.H. Riley & Son. They've been around since 1873. They're just 4 years younger than college football. And Claudino's Auto in Attleboro. My grandfather, Myron Ellis, with him. He was the All-American quarterback for Dartmouth in 1903. They won the first game ever played at Harvard Stadium. It's the first time Dartmouth beat Harvard in 22 tries. Grandpa had 2 drop kicks in that game and 11
And you're going to have to
victory.
someday explain what a drop kick is.
Yeah, really.
Not used anymore.
Taunton up at bat here in the top of the. This is the top of the 7th, isn't it?
It is.
Wow. This
The
is the
sun
number.
is still up.
Yeah. New pitcher as well. Dylan Keenan is up.
We have so many lefties that go on the mound for Attleboro.
This is number 7 for the Bombardiers, Nick Daly. Fastball. Called strike 2 and 1. Nick on the season.
I bet it's good.
3 wins, 1 loss in 17 2/3 innings pitched. 15 strikeouts, 6 walks, 2.77 ERA. That was a ball there.
He's been good.
What's the count?
We kind of lost. Not sure.
Thank you. Thank you. 2-2.
All right. The ump heard us.
Yep. I know what you people at home are thinking. Stop telling so many stupid stories. Maybe you know the count. Ground ball. Irwin winds right. Ranges wide to his right.
Oh,
Underhand
nice play.
flip. Nick Daly makes the play a half step before Dylan Keenan.
Nick got over there.
Keenan had popped out to shallow right field, struck out swinging, and ground out to short.
I predict really good things for Nick Daly. What year is he in?
I think
school
Nick is
now?
a senior.
Is he?
Yeah.
Good pitcher.
Yeah. So that's 3-1 on the on the out.
And where's he going to school? Do we know that?
He is not. He's going into the trades.
Oh, in the trades.
Yep, so he'll make more money than all of them. First round's on you, Nick.
So he'll be a great softball player.
Yeah, really. Cam Dorr is up. Breaking ball misses. Cam is lined out to second base, walked and popped out to first on a nice catch by Irwin. It's at least ball 1. Oh, nice breaking ball. Called strike. Occasionally when Nick throws the heater, you'll hear a
Haven't heard one yet.
Not yet. Nick Daly.
There we
it
heard
is.
one.
Fastball. Strike 3. So I did miss a pitch. Nick Daly. And to the Taunton, some of the Taunton players in the dugout, Nick Daly is anything but a unit, which is termed for just another guy, basically. Nick's a heck of a competitor. This brings up Caden Lindskog, who was grounded out to second, was robbed on a great play with the bases loaded by Attleboro shortstop Mason Kolseski, ground out to third on a nice play by Chris McMahon. Fastball misses the outside edge from the lefty, Daly. Breaking ball, base hit down the left field line.
Got to throw to second quick.
Heading to second base is Lindskog, and he's got speed. Slides in with a double. Again, he hits 9th in the lineup. Folks, he is not a number 9 hitter. He's a second leadoff hitter. Double down the left field line. Just the 5th hit of the day for the Tigers. They have 4 runs. They lead 4-0. 2 earned runs, 2 unearned runs. Attleboro's committed 4 errors today. So this brings up Jace Valente. Curveball inside, low, ball 1 again. Look at how big that secondary lead is at second base. Gallente has struck out swinging, had a bunt, single, moved to second on a throwing error, came home on a couple of wild pitches and walked and was stranded at second. High. 2-0 to Jace. He's heading to the military after he graduates. Again, Thomas Hickey going to UMass Boston to play. Ace Alex Hebert or Hebert heading to UMass Dartmouth. Aiden Resendez to Bridgewater State, my alma mater. Cam Dorr, the catcher, going to Nichols. Takes something off that. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
So he's getting a big lead.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about our second baseman. I think we need to hold him on. But I'd do it with the second baseman, not the shortstop.
2-1. Kolseski still holding him. Now goes back. And Murray comes off the mound. Just to round it up, Ryan Crowley for Taunton heading to Dean, and Austin Faria, a first baseman in DH, heading to Roger Williams. Fastball low in the zone, hit to Aiden Landers, slowly fields it, fires to first in time
Good
to
play.
retire the side.
Good play.
So there it is. Taunton, after 7 full at-bats, they have 4 runs on 5 hits, 4 Attleboro errors. Taunton has left 7 runners on base. 2 of their 4 runs are earned. Bombardiers come up in the bottom of the 7th on a beautiful late spring day here at Attleboro High School. We'll be right back.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back to Story Time with Paul Healy. No, I'm sorry. Welcome back to high school baseball on AACS 15 Sports. Paul Healy along with Ty Waterman.
Yeah,
Peter-
we need a big rally now.
Peter-
Leadoff hitter is Jones.
Yes, it is Kellen Jones. Peter Bray running our graphics. Jim Jones, the engineer in charge. Jan, I think you're more impressed with my stories than Ty is. No, Paul, it's just the timing of them. But Jones on the season hitting well. 344. He's got a double, a triple, 12 runs knocked in, 8 runs scored, 3 stolen bases. And again, that doesn't include the stats from the 2 games earlier this week.
I bet you tried a couple of bunts in your time.
Oh,
in
I could.
school.
Yeah, no, I could.
That was your play,
Again,
right?
Yeah. Again, when you're the youngest of 4 brothers, when they play pickle in the backyard, guess who's running the bases? So I was a really good base runner. Could pop up, slide both ways, hook slide both ways. And when you're not a power hitter, you better learn how to bunt. I would use my Nellie Fox, the same bat you use, the Nellie Fox 33-inch with a thick handle to lay down the bunts.
Did you choke up at all?
Look at me, Ty. Of course I did. If I wanted to pick the bat up, I had to. Ball 1 inside to Kellen Jones. He's got a game-winning base hit this season. Swing and a miss as Escabala still has some pop in that fastball.
I think we have to explain who Nellie Fox is, but right now
Yeah.
let's score some runs.
1-1. Sidearm fastball foul. Coach Dudley makes the effort one-handed almost.
And we have to say he only has one usable hand right
Yes,
now.
exactly. Left-handed account. 1-2 is the count to Jones. Nellie Fox was an old second baseman for the Chicago Cubs. If you like second basemen built like fire plugs. White Sox, I'm sorry. White Sox. Curveball, swing and a miss. Escobalas, his 8th strikeout of the day. 5 looking, 3 swinging.
1, 2, 3. He's walked 5 and hit 1.
Ooh, Kevin Callahan writes in. How do you like doing games in the grass field versus the turf? Fastball, called strike in the lower part of the zone to Brady Irwin, who has walked and been caught stealing and struck out swinging. It's cooler on the grass field, I'll say that.
That's also greener.
Yep. Ground ball, moving to his
Ooh.
left is the third baseman, Galante, across the diamond in time, and the Tigers are 1 out away from their 15th win of the season. I like this grass field. I like the grass
It's
field.
a beautiful field. I hope folks can come down and see it.
The only problem is, Kevin, is they've lost a ton of baseballs because, you know, again, back in my day, if you weren't playing in the game, you had to chase after the foul balls. And I don't know if they have an excessive fear of poison ivy. They have lost a ton of foul balls today.
Wow.
That the neighbor's going to find in their yard next time they mow it. Slow curveball is low to Aiden Landers, who's flown out to right. Walked and been stranded at first. Ball 1. Outside from the side-arming lefty. 2-0. I'm an Attleboro fan. I'm bummed out. But it is a joy to watch Johnny Escobala's pitch.
He's a wonderful pitcher. He really is.
2-0 is the count. Takes a little something off that, and Yeah, Johnny said ooh as well, and if you're a Taunton fan saying ooh, I'm not going to argue with you. 3-0 is the count.
Just outside.
In the words of the great Maxwell Smart, missed it by that much. There's a strike.
That looked just like the one before.
3 balls, 1 strike. I will say the umpiring crew has given us basically nothing to complain about today.
No, not really.
And complaining is what I do best. Swing and a miss, and again, the late movement on that pitch. It's 3-2. Mark Salvador, the base umpire. Home plate umpire wouldn't give us his full name. We're not sure if it's a probation issue or on the run issue. Said call him Cap or Cappy. Pop up. He played at Roslindale High School. Landed in front there. And
Okay.
Boston State College. Full count to Aiden Landers.
All right.
As Escobar is trying to move to 4-2 on the season with a complete game victory. Curveball back to Escobalis.
Oh, nice fielding
And he
play.
is an all-around athlete.
He
Fields it,
is.
flips it to first. And the Taunton Tigers with a well-earned 4-0 victory over Attleboro. They move to 15-3 on the season. They'll stay at number 1 in the state in Division 1. Attleboro, they lose their 3rd straight. They drop to 12-6. Right now they're ranked number 10 in Division 1. Defensive play of the game. Mason Kolseski had 2 outstanding ones for the Bombardiers. So did Brady Irwin. But that catch in right field by Thomas Sickey, moving away from the plate and having to bring a glove across his body while tumbling to the ground.
Yeah.
That was our defensive play of the game, robbing Mason Kolseski in the 4th inning. And again, Attleboro, they only let up 1 hit in a 6-5 loss to Franklin. 10 walks hurt a bit. And today they only let up 5 hits to the number 1 team in Division 1 in a 4-0 loss to Taunton.
And how many of them were bunt singles?
3 bunts for hits. Three bunts for hits.
3 bunts for hits.
Out of their 5 hits. Oh, we also can't. We've got to mention the outstanding job by Taunton's catcher today.
Oh,
Cam Dorr
Tremendous.
threw 2 runners out stealing at second base. Also picked a runner off of first base. A catcher with 3 assists in 1 game without fielding a batted ball is something else. We wish the Bombardiers best of luck going forward. I think we're going to have the King Philip game for you next week.
that would be Wednesday, am I correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
So
Last home game of the year.
yeah. Anything else to add?
No, Taunton deserves to be number 1.
Yep.
And we're still in the running. We'll be in the tournament.
Yes, we will. Miles Murray did a fine job as the starting pitcher. Tyler Dunley came on in relief and I believe only gave up 1 hit. No, Tyler Dunley didn't give up a hit in his 2 innings of relief work. He didn't pitch in the 7th because they want him fully rested for the KP game next Wednesday.
He walked a batter and there was an error.
Thank you. All right, I'm Paul Healy. He is Ty Waterman. Peter Braid ran our graphics. Jim Jones is our engineer in charge. I want to thank the most important people in this equation, you, the viewers, who chose to join us today on I almost said the name of my talk show, Pontificating with Paul and the Proletariat. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till noon on 1320 WARA and WARAradio.com. But thank you for joining us today for high school baseball on AACS 15 Sports.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a 3rd-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage